Right now, beneath the eternal Arctic ice, a creature is swimming whose heart began beating long before Isaac Newton even discovered the laws of universal gravity. It was gliding through the dark when Napoleon conquered Europe, and it remained there as the very first light bulbs from Edison flickered into the night. This silent giant watched from the depths while humans first stepped onto the moon, witnessing centuries of history without ever surfacing for a single breath. This is not a fossil. This is a living, breathing being of flesh and bone. Meet the Greenland shark, a predator that lives for 400 years. It turns every law of aging we know into a joke. It is a biological time machine that has lived longer than most modern civilizations exist. But how can a creature described as slow, blind, and even foul-smelling manage to defeat the hands of Father Time for nearly half a millennium? In the natural world, speed usually equals survival. To be fast is to eat. But this shark ignores every rule of the predatory game entirely. Moving at just 1 kilometer per hour, this massive shark is actually slower than a crawling human toddler. It seems to exist in permanent slow motion. It is also almost completely blind. By any standard of evolution, this creature should have gone extinct millions of years ago due to its extreme physical weaknesses. Yet, here lies the ultimate twist. Its apparent weakness is actually its greatest superpower. In the freezing Arctic, energy is far more precious than pure gold. By living in a state of semi-hibernation for 4 centuries, it doesn't waste energy. It stores it, moving through life with the efficiency of a stone. It doesn't hunt in the traditional sense. It waits for time to do the work, moving like a shadow until its prey simply runs out of luck. If you look closely at its eyes, you will see a living horror story. Parasites over 3 inches long often attach themselves directly to its sensitive corneas. These creatures slowly eat away at the shark's vision, leaving it blind. But in the pitch-black depths, sight is a luxury this ancient wanderer doesn't need. Its flesh is just as strange. It is saturated with urea and TMAO, natural antifreeze compounds that prevent its blood from turning into ice crystals. If you were to eat its meat raw, you would experience shark sickness, a severe neurotoxic poisoning that can lead to hallucinations or even death. It is essentially a floating tank of toxic waste. Not even the hungriest predators want to touch a meal that smells strongly of stinging ammonia. Even the most ferocious white sharks would turn their heads at this pungent dish. But how do we actually prove its incredible age to the world? Determining its age is a nightmare for biologists. Unlike trees, they have no hard bones to count rings, only soft cartilage that leaves no clear trail. Scientists had to become historical detectives. They looked into the eye lenses formed when the shark was an embryo, searching for traces of the atomic bomb. Nuclear tests in the 1950s left a distinct carbon-14 signature in the atmosphere, a radioactive footprint that was absorbed by every living thing on Earth. By measuring these isotopes in the shark's eyes, researchers realized many were born in the 1600s. Their eyes are radioactive diaries of our human history. Consider this: a Greenland shark does not even reach puberty until it is 150 years old. It spends over a century as a child. Our entire human lifespan is just a brief blink to a teenage shark. We rush, build, and destroy, while they simply drift through the quiet dark. It proves that the peak of evolution isn't always about being the smartest or the fastest. Sometimes, the ultimate winner is the one who simply endures. When you feel overwhelmed by the frantic pace of modern life, remember this ancient ghost. It is still swimming, slowly, just as it did centuries ago. If you could live for 400 years in the silent darkness, what would you choose to witness? Would you watch our world grow or fall? Leave your thoughts in the comments below and subscribe to join us as we dive deeper into the most mysterious corners of our incredible planet. The story of the Greenland shark is a reminder that time is relative. What seems like an eternity to us is merely a season for them. Each breath it takes is a testament to the power of patience. It survives in conditions that would crush or freeze any other vertebrate on Earth. Imagine a predator that is longer than a luxury car, yet moves with the grace of a slow drifting cloud across a dark, winter midnight sky. Underneath the crushing weight of the polar ice, this shark has mastered the art of doing absolutely nothing to stay alive for hundreds of years. To understand the Greenland shark is to rethink everything we thought we knew about the limits of biological life and the nature of aging itself. Its skin is a map of 4 centuries of survival, scarred by ice and time, carrying the weight of a world that changed while it stayed still. It was swimming in the dark when the United States was founded, and it will likely still be there long after our current empires have crumbled. As a scavenger, it plays a vital role in the ecosystem, cleaning the deep ocean floor by consuming what others have left behind in the cold. Its sense of smell is its primary weapon, detecting a single drop of blood or a decaying carcass from miles away in the lightless void. Every movement is calculated, every heartbeat is measured. It is the ultimate miser of energy, spending only what is absolutely necessary to stay alive. Its heart beats only a few times per minute. This low-voltage existence is the secret key that unlocks a lifespan beyond our wildest human dreams. They travel thousands of miles, but they do it so slowly that their journey feels like the movement of tectonic plates across the ocean floor. While they aren't the fast hunters of the movies, their bite is effective. They have been found with remains of reindeer and even polar bears. How does a slow shark catch a polar bear? Some believe they ambush them while the bears are sleeping in the water or near ice. Some scientists suggest the parasite in their eye might actually act as a lure, glowing in the dark to attract curious fish toward the mouth. Whether it is a symbiotic relationship or pure horror, it is just another bizarre detail in the life of this nearly immortal deep-sea scavenger. The chemical defense of its meat is so potent that even sled dogs in the Arctic can become paralyzed if they eat the untreated flesh. Humans have learned to eat it through a long process of fermentation, turning a toxic carcass into a traditional Icelandic delicacy known as hakal. It is said to smell like cleaning supplies and old socks. It is a taste of the ancient, frozen world, preserved through rot and time. Despite its strange smell and blind eyes, the Greenland shark commands respect. It is a king of a realm where few others can survive. Scientists are now studying its genome, hoping to find the genetic instructions for its longevity and perhaps one day apply them to human medicine. Could this blind, slow-moving creature hold the secret to curing cancer or reversing the effects of aging in our own human bodies? We live in a world obsessed with now. We want everything faster, but the Greenland shark teaches us that forever requires a very different pace. It exists in a world of silence, where the only sound is the cracking of the ice above and the low thrum of the ocean currents. It doesn't need to bark, roar, or scream. It simply is, a living testament to the resilience of life in the most extreme conditions imaginable. What has it seen in those 400 years? The rise and fall of industrial giants, the pollution of the oceans, the warming of its home. As the Arctic warms, the home of this ancient traveler is changing faster than it ever has in the shark's very long, slow life. For a creature that lives for centuries, the rapid changes caused by humanity in just a few decades must be a shocking and sudden disruption. They have survived ice ages and massive shifts in the Earth's climate. Yet, our modern world poses a new and unique threat to their survival. They are the guardians of the Arctic depths, the silent sentinels who remind us that we are just temporary visitors on this ancient blue planet. Like a star that light reaches us from millions of years ago, the Greenland shark is a piece of the past still existing in our present. Every stroke of its fins is a deliberate act of survival, a slow-motion dance that has continued since before the invention of the steam engine. When we look at them, we are looking at a living piece of history, a creature that has outlived every human who ever saw it first. In the darkness of the deep sea, time loses its meaning. For the Greenland shark, a century is just another quiet day in the dark office. Our hearts race with stress and excitement, burning out in 80 years. Their hearts beat with the steady, calm rhythm of a grandfather clock. They are the ultimate opportunists, eating whatever the ocean provides, whether it's a fish, a seal, or the remains of a long-lost shipwreck. Its metabolism is so low that it barely produces any heat, making it perfectly adapted to the near-freezing temperatures of the deep North Atlantic. It shares its home with glowing jellies and terrifying anglerfish, yet it remains the undisputed elder of this alien, lightless underwater world. It breathes the same water that has circulated the globe for centuries, carrying the molecular memories of oceans from a much simpler, cleaner time. To touch one of these sharks is to touch the 1700s. It is a bridge across time that we are only just beginning to understand. They live in depths up to 2,000 meters, far below the reach of most human activities, hidden away in their own private, liquid sanctuary. Their skin is covered in tiny tooth-like structures called dermal denticles, which reduce drag and allow them to glide silently through the freezing void. They do not live fast. They do not die young. They are the complete opposite of the rock star lifestyle that nature usually demands of predators. They can grow up to 7 meters long, rivaling the great white in size, but without any of the aggressive, high-speed drama of their cousins. As we go deeper, the world of the Greenland shark becomes more mysterious. There are so many things we still don't know about their lives. How do they find mates in the vast, dark ocean when they are blind? Is it through scent, or do they have another hidden sense? Their social lives are a complete mystery. Do they travel alone for 400 years, or do they find companions in the deep, dark blue? Every piece of data we collect is a hard-won victory in the struggle to understand one of the most elusive animals on our planet today. Even though they are blind, they seem to know exactly where they are going, guided by the magnetic fields of the Earth and ancient instincts. They are the true owners of the North, outlasting the explorers, the whalers, and the scientists who have all tried to conquer their frozen world. It is a life of solitude and silence, a long-distance marathon that spans centuries and challenges every definition of what it means to be alive. We fear aging, we fight time, but the Greenland shark simply accepts it, drifting along with the current of history without any resistance or fear. It is a master of Zen in the most literal sense, existing in a state of pure being, unbothered by the chaos of the world above. When it was born, the world was a map of unexplored territories. Today, it swims through an ocean that we have mapped from space. The ammoniac smell of its flesh is a warning to others. I am not meant for this time. I am a relic of the past. They are the living ghosts of the Arctic, haunting the deep trenches and icy canyons with a presence that is both terrifying and beautiful. To look into its milky, blind eye is to look into the abyss itself, a place where time has stopped and the world remains forever frozen. If our lives are measured in moments, their lives are measured in eras. They are the ultimate proof that nature always has another surprise for us. Even our most advanced technology feels small and temporary when placed next to a creature that has survived for nearly half a millennium. It is a bizarre, creepy, and fascinating partnership that highlights the strange ways life finds a path in the most inhospitable places on Earth. One single life, spanning from the age of sail to the age of AI. One single heart, beating through it all with unwavering, icy persistence. It carries the scars of 4 centuries, each one a story we will never know, a secret kept in the crushing pressure of the deep. We often feel like we are running out of time, but perhaps we are just looking at time through the wrong lens, the human lens. In the grand scheme of the universe, we are all just Greenland sharks for a moment, drifting through our own version of the dark, cold deep. The world keeps changing, the ice keeps melting, but the shark keeps swimming. It is the one constant in an ever-shifting, chaotic polar environment. Our vision is clear, but our time is short. Its vision is clouded, but its time is nearly infinite. Which is the better way to live? The Greenland shark is a reminder that there is still magic in the world, the kind of magic that doesn't need light to be seen. As it disappears back into the abyss, it leaves us with more questions than answers about the nature of life, death, and the universe. It will still be there, swimming slowly, long after you and I are gone. It is the ultimate survivor, the king of the 400-year life. Thanks for exploring the depths with us. If you enjoyed this journey, hit like and subscribe to never miss another mystery of the deep sea.